Hi guys, and welcome to the second video for chapter 12. In this video we're going to continue building the settings, or rather the plist inside the settings bundle for our bridge control application. So, at the end of last time we had added one item, which was a text field, and I'm going to add some more items now. Let me say that I may not be going in as detail about how to edit a plist. There's a special editor that gets loaded for a plist when you click on one that's part of the project. And the book has kind of detailed click-by-click instructions on how to do things in there. So if I haven't made it clear how you should be doing something, I would refer you to the text about it. But I'm going to close this item we just added, select it, and then hit enter on it, and that should make another item which is a copy of it but with a different number. So this one's going to be a text field as well. It's that authorization code, so we want to make it a secure text field. So I'll open these properties are of the or key value pairs. Every item here is a dictionary. And we'll fill in some stuff. The title is going to be authorization code. And the key, which again is the text we'll use to look it up within code in the app itself, will be authorization code as one word with only the non-first words capitalized, which is my usual convention. Okay, so that's set up. Now I need to add a field for whether or not it's secure. So this is selected. I'm going to hit return and it adds one, and I'll select from that menu an is secure pair, and the answer is yes. And that's going to cause it to behave like typing in a password. That is, as you type characters, they'll turn to dots so people can't see them. Now the next one was a multi-value field. So let's add that. This is for the rank of the commanding officer. So again, close that item, select it, hit enter, select multi-value for the type, expand it. Title is going to be rank. Since it's a title, I use a capital R there, but only a lowercase r in the key. Default value are I don't think we're going to set a default value for it here, so I'm going to change that to I need two array nodes for titles and values. So titles, these will be the things that show up for the ranks. It's an array, so I'll open it and I'm going to add values to it, and these will be the ranks. They're going to be just strings. Ensign, lieutenant, commander. Hope I've got my Navy ranks right here. There's a table in the book, and you can check me by. Okay. And we're actually going to use for the values. We're going to use the exact same thing. So let me close that. I'm going to copy this. So cloverleaf C, cloverleaf V. Now I've got another one. It's called titles 2. I want to change its type to values, but I want to leave the same items in there. So the advantage of that is I didn't have to type those ranks in again, and I know that they match up in order to the ones in the previous field. So we've added that field. So now we've got, I'm going to go ahead and add I think another item here. So I'll close everything up so that when I hit on that, I'll get another item. This time I want a toggle switch. This is going to be whether the warp drive is on. So I'll open it. Title is 2 words, capital W warp, capital D drive. The key, I'll just make warp to maintain consistency with the book. And the default value, whether the warp drive is on, should be yes. That's all we have to do for that. And of course, since it's a slider, because of this type here, the settings app will know to show, I'm not a slider, a switch. It'll show us the switch in the settings app without us having to code that. And let's go ahead and add one more, and then we'll test things again. So close it up, hit return. Now I'm going to add the slider for the warp factor. And we'll open that up. Default value, I'm going to set the value, well, I guess I better, notice there's no title here. That's because there's not room to put a title with a slider. You can put images, and we're going to do that of a turtle for slow warp and a rabbit for fast, because of course every planet in the Federation of Planets says read Aesop's Fables. But let's go ahead and set that up. So key is going to be warp factor, default warp factor. Warp factors are between 0 and 10. I mean 1 and 10. If I don't think you can go. It was like cubes of the speed of light or something is what the warp factor meant. But I'm not that up on my Star Trek theory. So we'll go ahead and set those things. Now, since we can't give it a text, what I'm going to do is add a group item to put it in its own group. And the name of that group, I'm going to make warp factor. So I can't put a name right beside the slider, but I can do that, and there'll be a name above it that says what it is and that it's in its own little group. And we'll put a group below it for other stuff. So that's set. This is set. I want to add those images. Let me go ahead and add nodes of that type. So I'll select the thing open now and enter, and I should get a minimum value image. Oops, that wasn't right. I wanted this to be a... Oh no, that's fine. It's just put it up at the top. Minimum value image, and I'll click it again and get a maximum value image. Now, I have to put those images not just in the app, but in the settings bundle. Now, you can't create things in the settings bundle, and you can't drag or drop them directly to the settings bundle from outside the app. So I'm going to have to move them in 2 steps. I'm going to grab them and put them just not in the XC assets, but in the just in the project to get them inside the project. And I do want to copy them. I always want to copy these things just so that the app stands alone. And now I can copy them into the settings bundle. And I can name them rabbit, and actually I think I put that in the wrong place. It needs to be just in the bundle. And it's not letting me do that. I guess let's try putting the rabbit in there too. I may have to move those out, but we'll the maximum image is the rabbit, and the minimum value image is the turtle. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and test that now. Again, nothing going on in the app, so we'll go to the settings bundle, to the settings app, and look at what it puts up for our bundle. And so everything's there. We can turn the warp engines on and off. We can enter an authorization code. We can slide our warp factor around. Default was 5. So all those things work. And here we can see that the warp factor is in a different group to accommodate the fact that you can't put a label on a slider. So all those things worked. We've got a couple more that we'll add, and then we've got to set up our storyboard and code to make everything work. We'll do that in the next video.